How's it going, everyone? Welcome to Friday night drink. That was terrible. Welcome to Drink Up, everyone. Hope your Friday's going well. Joining me today, as always, is Andy and Willie. And what do we got going on?
A lot of stuff. Big week. No, Willie, you can go first.
For what happened this week?
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing. I'm a boring person. Nothing exciting is going on. That's about it.
No movies, no TV shows, no games.
I'm on the last episode of Landman. That show's
It's a good show.
fantastic.
Yes.
Um,
You're a little late to the party, but at least you're watching it.
no, I know. I only got like 30 minutes left in the last episode, so I'm almost completely caught up.
What are your thoughts on it?
I love the show. I think it's a perfect amount of like funniness along with the grittiness and the drama. So it's good writing, I think.
Yeah,
It's got-
Taylor
it's got
Sheridan
really good
just-
writing. Really good acting.
Oh,
I think
absolutely.
all around. It's a
Yeah,
great
Billy
show.
Bob Thornton kills it.
Yeah,
His-
Billy Bob.
his-
He
yeah.
was born to play that role.
He's born to play a lot of roles. He does.
Yeah, he is. But that role suits him fantastically.
Good.
No,
We got Corn Boy in the chat. The thumbs up.
absolutely.
How's it going, Corn Boy? We got
okay.
Weasel. How's it going, Weasel?
Oh, we did also go and pick up stuff for the house. My new front door, which was $1,600. Oh,
Yeah.
forgot to move the mic.
All right. Who else
At
we
least
got?
it's not important.
No.
Home improvement stuff.
Yeah.
Home improvement stuff.
Yeah.
Yep. Windows, doors.
Neighbors had roofs done and loud the entire day. So glad we're not streaming during that.
Yeah, I was gonna say I seen the trucks over there. So
Terrible.
Oh, that'll happen.
Let's see what I got. Books. I finished Dungeon Crawler Carl Butcher's Masquerade, book 5. Fantastic series. Read it. Obviously, book number 6 comes out next month. So waiting for that. Already
Okay.
pre-ordered for obvious reasons.
nerd.
I'm telling you, if I can get you guys into reading, that is probably the series to do it.
I don't know how to read.
That's on you.
Yeah.
Let's see, movies and stuff. Mobland. I watched Mobland on, I think it's HBO or
Oh, you
Paramount.
started? I want to start it.
That's a
That
good
looks like
show.
good show.
It's
With
the
Tom
first ep-
Hardy.
Yeah.
Yep.
First episode was a little slow, but really enjoyed it. Started pick up. Last of Us 2. Everyone probably watched that one.
I haven't watched
You
it
want
yet,
to
but I
talk
already know
about that, or do you want to kind of breeze over it?
I thought it was a very irritating episode.
So you're saying we didn't see it coming at all?
Obviously, if you played the
5
game,
years?
everyone knew what was going to happen.
I haven't even seen the first season or the second season, and I know what happens. That's a pretty well-known thing
but-
if you're into the gaming environment.
Well, from what I'm aware of, is nobody liked this part 2.
That's fair.
I never even finished the first season. I thought it was off to a good start.
I'm talking about the game.
Oh, the
So
game.
far, part 2 of the series isn't that great either. I
Oh.
don't even want to bother watching.
I've
it.
never played the game.
Yeah, but needless to say, irritating episode. I thought they could have done such a better job. I thought it was just poorly written, whatever it is.
So it's kind of like going the Game of Thrones route where it started off good and now it's taking a dive in quality.
Yeah, but it's only episode 2. I usually give shows like 3 episodes before I either call it quits or keep watching, but I have no idea what they're going to do in the next episode. Probably enough for me to quit watching it. So
From what I heard of what happened in the episode, you'd say it was quite ironic. I was going to make an
Yes,
ironic joke,
yes.
but it didn't work.
didn't joke.
Really drove it home.
Yep.
So, all right.
Well, what's new with you, Jeff? You didn't go
what's new
over
with
your
me?
stuff. Yeah.
Pretty
Neither
boring.
Jeff.
I was up until 4:30 this morning editing my next video, so that's out on my channel, Jeff Up North. Just continuation of my
Who said you could plug on our channel?
He
Me.
did. He did
Okay.
it himself.
yeah. You can plug your channel if you want.
No. I looked at my channel. You don't want to look. I haven't put up a single video, and I've looked at how long I've been on it. It's been a while.
Yeah. Well, maybe you should re-up and start doing
Maybe
You can- like you
we'll
said, you
start
can
doing
start
some
doing your
videos.
streams when we do our Tuesday night streaming.
I think people get enough of my pretty face on this series enough, so probably leave it at that.
Yeah.
However, Jeff, while we were in Rylander, me and Andrew got you something.
Oh boy.
A reward, a small
reward-
gift
A small
for,
gift.
for your
Small
for your
gift.
continuing plug of your own
look at
channel.
that. Nice. Thanks, guys. It's a anyone if you could see it at all. It's like a Lego Mothman.
Because he was there, seeing it live,
Yep.
up close in person.
Oh yeah, I've been to the Mothman statue, Point Pleasant.
Throw it under
Pretty
there.
Cool. Let's see who we got in the chat. Who came in since her? Uh-oh.
Well, we should probably
Cool ball.
just do our cheers and everything, get the show running. Now that we're done with
Naganol.
ours.
And then
Naganol, how's it
well,
going,
we gotta go
Naganol?
over what we're doing.
And
over
actually, you know what? Naganol did say cheers.
Yeah, so
So,
we gotta do our
all right.
cheers. Welcome to another, shitty show on a shitty Friday.
Just wing it. Every week.
Yep.
Cheers,
Cheers, boys.
Why am I doing left-handed? That's stupid.
'Cause you're weird.
Yep. Now, what was that one?
That'll
You
work
wanna
up
disclose.
Texas.
Okay.
That one was bad. And for the viewers out there, we have a set of dice here. What we are doing today is we are each going to roll a dice, and depending on what number you get, depends on how many beers you have to have during this stream.
How many drinks?
How many drinks? Sorry.
Well, we're already at 2.
Yep. And then the second dice, we have to choose our beverage.
Gets to choose our beverage.
Gets to choose our beverage.
There's racks in the fridge, obviously. There's some it's full. It's full of random assortments. We have nothing special.
And he likes buying his craft beers.
It's
Very
very
some aren't good.
very sponsored by me. So yeah, roll
So I'm gonna roll for initiative.
hit the first one.
6. God.
Yeah. So you
What'd
got
you get? 6?
Six.
All
that's a
right,
big one.
Nice.
Big one to start. So
Oh, so that's how many I have to have.
very loud.
And
That
4.
is extremely
Can I flip
loud.
flop those?
Nope. So you're on the
Shit.
fourth rack, which is
Didn't you say that was the door?
I think that's a
Wait,
door.
I don't think we need to disclose all the brands.
No, we're not
No,
going
we're
to.
saying
It just
what
you're in the
section
door.
of the fridge.
All right. Mine's not
I
gonna be
will.
as loud.
Yeah, I'll.
All right. I got a 2
Well, that's a simple
and a 1. Yeah, I'm already there.
Yeah.
It's done.
First one's not bad.
No, your first one doesn't count
I know.
because it wasn't on
Okay,
stream.
fine.
So two more. I will just also copy.
Kubal says Willie must be thirsty.
Not gonna be after
Also
a while.
two. So clearly we've got the down part there.
I think you guys should have to
4.
re-roll. This some bull.
4 is a heavy door. That is like literally the hidden company beer or company drinks that come from when people show up and I'm like, hey, I didn't bring anything. That's the drawer you picked from.
Oh shit! If I
Well-
gotta do 6, I better.
Yeah, you
You
better,
got-
you
you gotta
better
get
get
work.
cooking, buddy. Yeah, Nerd Slap in the chat. What's going on, Nerd Slap? Or Nerd Files? One the same. All right. So, first,
Get the party started. Roll your own dice at home. Or flip a card. I was thinking we were gonna do cards, but that's aces being wild. That's enough of that.
that's the first and last time you're going to do that.
Go to your house, slam your cupboards.
All right. So, I'm not sure if you guys are aware, but
What do we talk about first? What do we got
the Pope has died
on Monday?
on Monday.
After Easter.
Yeah. Rumor has it JD took him out.
I can take his place.
So,
I mean, you are technically eligible.
you are very eligible. So, the next Pope, who are the front runners to succeed Pope Francis? Andy, did you do any?
So I did a little bit of research, and obviously, I think most sites, granted, you can't trust, but they're all about the same. They all choose the same four or five front runners who they think are going to be. I mean, go to whatever website you believe, and that's who they're probably going to pick. So I think we just go through, figure out a quick read of who they are, because I think there's only 4 of them, and then determine who we think is going to be it out of those couple.
Okay.
So there's the first one.
So,
I already told you. I think it's gonna be Epstein.
That's
gonna go
a personal
through-
choice.
yeah, that's we're gonna go through.
Well, I
these
wouldn't
candidates,
choose him.
and then we'll actually people are betting. There are betting odds on who's going to be the next Pope, which currently Luis Antonio Tagle from the Philippines is currently the betting favorite, 3-1 odds.
I see, and I don't believe that. I think they're gonna have someone better farther down.
Do you think Vegas is gonna have a pull for
They
this
already
to bet? Do they?
That's what I'm saying.
They do,
It's so he's the first one. He's like pro. He's the first one from the Philippines. So a first Asian would be huge for a Pope. And I think he's more modern. He kind of believes in the LGBT community. He has.
That's not very godly.
If
I
you're
don't know.
if you're trying to
It
modern,
does say love thy
have no
neighbor
idea.
in the Bible.
if you're trying to modernize and get like more followers and everything, that could be the way to go. The only downside again is probably he's younger. He's on the younger side out of the popes because you have to be under 80.
Yeah, I saw that in the top there.
So why would that be a downside?
Because he could be there for the next, 10 plus years, 20 years,
Yeah,
30
but if
years.
he's good at it.
But do you want rapid change like that? This is we're talking about, the church here.
How much do you think I follow?
Can you guys see that? Jeff's angry colon.
Yep.
That's funny.
That's good
That's
stuff.
good, yeah. All right, Pietro Parolin from Italy, 4-1 odds. He's 70, most experienced. Yeah, okay, cool.
So he obviously 70. He's like with the
Man.
current pope.
You definitely did some research on this one.
Obviously, I figured we'd go over it a little bit more.
Yeah.
But I think he's
Everyone
more moderate. Peter Turkson from Ghana, I don't think he has a chance.
Okay. Peter Turkson from Ghana, currently at 5-1 odds. In betting markets, that's not something I'd see. Thought I'd see for the next pope, but
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
76.
It's if they're going for the token pope, he's the choice.
Okay.
I don't think they're gonna go that route though.
And Peter Erdo from Hungary,
Yes, he.
6-1 odds.
So I think he is probably the long shot for it. Although the Vatican has been known to just not even pick one of the top runners, they're just like, hey, random guy in the assembly, you're the guy. I think there's a lot of headbutting going on over which route to take. And obviously nobody can agree. So they all just choose a third party.
Sounds about right.
You know, I never thought I'd
Angelo
see myself
Scola.
in the politics of popehood here.
It's the Pope draft.
The Pope draft.
15 to 20 days after Pope's death.
Yeah, so they get to vote.
Just
They
wait
get
for the white smoke.
there's
So NFL draft going on this weekend, and now we're Pope drafting.
but
Perfect.
I mean there's like 120, 180 different cardinals who are voting on it. So it's a lot of votes to get in, a lot of, politicking and handshaking, trying to get votes, trying to, peruse the crowd. Out of those ones, who do you guys think?
Not a clue.
Yeah, I'll share it again.
Yeah, obviously that the whole point is
Yeah.
figuring out who you guys would possibly pick.
So
Let us
I
know in the
like-
comments who you guys think.
Yeah. What do you guys think if you're interested at all? That guy, I don't know if I like just judging the book by its cover.
It's
Going with this guy. I don't know
okay.
why.
So you're going the pro LGBT. Got
Oh,
it.
That's the one.
And Asian. Yep, that's him.
Now let's get some representation in there. There's mine. Peter Turkson. I'm going with that.
All right. Well, you're in the long shot. Willie, what do you got?
Probably the most typical white man ever.
Oh, there's three
okay,
of
Let
them.
me find it.
There's
Right there.
literally three of them.
That is the guy.
All right,
So he's popular. I can see that.
Andrew.
I was going down to the scroll down, keep going. That him. There he is.
The guy that's hungry.
Yep. He's on the older side, but I think while I'm scroll up,
72.
72.
He
So
kind
he's
of
not
looks
bad.
like he'd be on Germany's side in the 1940s.
And I'm thinking that we already had a pretty lenient pope. I think with the current shift in modern day politics and everything, they're going to go for a more stricter one and try to, bring the church back to where it was.
That's highly possible because the church has never historically gone too far into new politics, as I spoke.
Yeah,
Well,
they have to be careful. They
They
don't
do.
want to,
But
push
also
away-
they
don't
are
wanna
going to
push
have
away
to
their old
adapt
followers.
to
They
an
don't want to.
extent.
They don't want to push away their old followers. They don't want to, but they
No.
still want to expand. They want to bring in new followers.
Joe Biden.
Yep. Joe Biden, of course, says Jeff's angry colon.
Yep, there he is.
Mhm.
All right, so Willie, you said Epstein for some reason. You wanted him to be the next.
I
pope.
don't want. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
I don't think he's coming back to run.
No.
It was obviously a joke.
Okay, so other than those candidates up that we had on the screen, who would you want to nominate as the next pope?
Not for no cardinals or anything.
No, just anyone,
just-
anyone in the world.
You know what? What you said earlier, Mel Gibson. He's a face to be forced to be faced with.
Loves
face to be forced with.
Loves the Jewish community.
But he came out with the Passion of the Christ. Let me tell you, that is a movie, and not religious, but very religious.
Well, then you got Passion of the Christ 2 coming out.
Did not know that.
Return
So,
of
that-
Jesus.
he would be a front runner. I mean, if the church wanted someone extremist, that would probably be the choice.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of the South Park episode. Twist his nipples, and he's just like whips himself. That's the Mel Gibson we need.
That's
That's the Pope we need.
Yeah, let's get Mad Max in there. Geez, I don't know.
Right?
I really don't know. If we're looking at a realistic stance, I don't know.
Obviously, this is a fantasy draft for the Pope.
If we're looking for somebody who's actually religious, Chris Pratt is religious. He seems like a decent human being.
Is he Pope like though?
Yeah, I
Hollywood.
was gonna say, is he worthy of the Pope status?
You think Mel Gibson is?
He came out with a movie, a very controversial movie that even
Controversial.
Yeah,
What did I
controversial.
say?
Universal controversial.
controversial.
Okay.
But either way, so yeah, that guy. I'm telling you, he came out with a movie. He's an actor. He's well known. People like him for the most part. He was in Bad Santa, Fat Santa.
Bad
movie.
Man.
Bad Man. That's the one.
Bad Man.
Cheesy movie, but fantastic.
Well, he was also Mad Max, the original.
All right.
Well, yeah, the first.
Back to topic. What do you got? What do you got over here?
Mad
Yeah.
Max.
Before we,
Okay, so you're going Chris Pratt?
if we're looking at, I really don't know. I don't think anybody that I know of would be Popehoodness.
No, I don't think anyone is.
Yeah.
And
Well, that's
outside of
fine.
the
It's
scheme
a
of the
fantasy.
people-
Someone
Yeah, it's a
with
fantasy.
good values or
Yeah.
whatever you believe in, just be the Pope.
My fantasy,
Diddy.
Ryan Reynolds.
Interesting. Jeff, what do you got?
Just because I want to
He-
be friends with Ryan Reynolds.
Who?
Kanye.
Oh, yeah.
No. Come on.
I mean,
Bad takes, eh? So speaking of drafts, the NFL draft is going on right now in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
we don't care about that. We want to know who you would choose. The
Okay.
people. We want the people.
Let us
to
know in the
choose.
comments. Your top choice.
Who'd you guys choose?
And obviously, it's the correct choice.
Blacking out here. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Obama.
I mean, I think he would beat the current Ghana Pope elect. So
How about Tom Cruise?
No, he's Scientologist.
he's Scientologist. Yeah, he'd be kicked out immediately.
That's the joke. Thanks for getting it.
Oh, I understood the assignment.
Does anyone care about the NFL draft? I don't.
Not so much. I
No?
Stop paying attention to NFL when they started getting too political and can't hit anybody anymore. NFL is hard to watch nowadays.
a lot of rules they added. I mean, I
know.
understand it's for safety and stuff. I mean, a lot of those quarterbacks are
I was going to say
pretty.
that.
You know what you're
special.
signing up for.
What's that?
Negradol says
I was going
Trump.
to say that.
Trump for Pope?
Trump for Pope.
Running like a business.
Kind of hard.
It already is.
Kind of hard. I mean,
Huge.
although
Eradicated huge.
could you imagine Trump as the Pope and we still have Elon in there trying to do the whole
Yeah.
conspiracy or not conspiracy, but like the
I want to know what is under.
hey,
the
what are you guys
archives.
spending on? And they got just millions and millions of just
Child
child
pornography.
trafficking, the cover-ups.
Man, I should
That
have brought
place
my
would be shut
tinfoil
down.
hat.
I'm going to be the Pope. The best Pope.
Should have brought my tinfoil hat today if we're going to be getting into that. All right. Hey, you want to grab me my
The next
beer?
one, next beverage.
Yeah.
No, I can do that.
Please,
It's fine.
someone.
I ain't doing nothing. You're not
And
doing anything.
number 4.
What's number 4?
Just
Oh,
wondering when I
number four?
became the
Yeah.
beer bitch.
Well, you were just up there and you didn't offer to get anyone else a beer, so.
Oh, I'm sorry. You guys rolled 2? 2?
Not my fault you suck at
Who?
this. Weasel says we'll call it Dove, Department of Vatican Efficiency.
Not related to Dove chocolate or
That's
Dove soap.
awesome. Oh boy. Is that what I think it is? Okay.
Did you guys grab off the same? Did you
Yeah,
guys roll the
yeah.
same shelf? So you rolled the same number and the same
Oh,
shelf?
boy. All right.
Same number, same shelf. It's like the dice were weighted or something. Oh, I think we need a top.
Yeah, dice were weighted. Not in my favor.
All right. So hit this.
What are we looking at?
This.
What are we possibly doing?
These two.
I think we should do that one first.
This one.
Nope, that you're on right now.
This one.
Star Wars.
Yep,
Okay.
because that one's quick, simple, to the point.
Yep. So Star Wars, which is Lucasfilm, is fantastic. Disney Star Wars is fantastic at announcing things.
Absolutely. They've also historically done well with the Star Wars franchise lately.
Yeah.
Is that a TV show or is that going to be a movie?
I believe it's going to be.
This is going to be a movie, I'm pretty sure.
Oh boy, I hit the wrong button. Hold on.
He's highlighting. Enhance.
Enhance.
Nope.
Oh, now he's pulling up code.
Jesus.
There we
Hacker
go.
man. Hacker
They're,
man.
they're not lit up, so I can't see. Anyways, Sean Levy is going to be directing a new Star Wars film starring Ryan Gosling.
It takes place, what, 5 or 15 years after the last installment, but it is not related to the original, to the trilogy series. To
The
main-
original trilogy, second trilogy, third trilogy.
It's
Which
not related
trilogy?
to any of the trilogies. It's not a continuance of the main 9.
Oh, well,
It's canon, obviously, but
There's-
it's not going to be.
I'm gonna say-
It's
there's
not a
only six.
continuation.
there's only
only
6. There's only 6. They're
There's
counting
only
that,
6 in reality. We don't count the last 3.
obviously.
Those are terrible.
They are.
So this is an after of the first trilogy or the second one? The prequels or
This
the,
will be
sequel
after
trilogy.
the latest 3 from Disney. It takes place after
Ooh, they should be shut down.
wow. What's
Yeah,
the last
probably.
Star Wars movie called?
The Farce Awakens.
Rise
of
Or
Skywalker.
Rise of Jake Walker. Jake
Yeah, Rise of
Skywalker.
Skywalker,
The
whatever.
Drunks Awaken.
So it's going to be after it was like 5 or 15 years after that it takes place.
It's 5.
It's 5.
Yep.
Okay,
we
it's
can
5.
read through it.
Yeah,
if
we
we
can
want.
read.
Oh, well, I did research this a little
Yeah,
bit
so
here.
Ryan Gosling is joining Star Wars Galaxy in a new film directed by Sean Levy. What do you think about Ryan Gosling being in the Star Wars film?
I actually like Ryan Gosling a lot.
I like
as an
Ryan
actor.
Gosling too, but I don't know if he has enough star power behind him to really make a Star Wars movie.
Yeah, but in the original trilogy, nobody did.
No, but
he
it
was
wasn't
in,
established IP at the time.
Ryan Gosling was in
That's
Fall,
true.
Fall Guy.
Fall Guy in the movie.
Yep.
In theaters it flopped, but I heard it was really good.
It was all right.
Yeah.
I think I watched the extended version. If I watched the non-extended version, I think I would have liked it more. The extended one was too long for its own good. I
What's
thought they
that?
could have cut out like probably 30 minutes of it.
Okay.
What's the movie that he's in too with Steve Carell? It's like a rom-com.
Ooh, Crazy
Oh,
Stupid Love.
Yeah, I
Yes.
think that's it.
I
Yeah.
like that one. I
Yeah,
like,
he was good in that one.
Good Guys.
Yep, he was in Good Guys. That's
Yeah,
a good.
with,
Movie. I think he's got range. He can
Well,
do serious
yeah,
roles. He can be
absolutely.
funny.
He's charming.
SNL skit where he was dressed up as Beavis.
Yeah, and the thing is, though, Ryan Gosling he's a charming actor, so I'm not sure where they would fit into a Star Wars starfighter.
Because I'm
role.
assuming they're going to be fighting stars.
Well,
Yeah.
so from what I know from the plot so far, it's going to be based around a 15-year-old, and Ryan Gosling is going to be like the
He's playing the 15-year-old.
No.
That's some range.
yeah, but he's going to be like the
The CGI.
parental guidance for that 15-year-old.
Oh God,
um,
is it going to be a young gay black woman?
Ryan Gosling.
No,
Probably.
the 15-year-old that's going to be up and coming because we
I
already
have no
that
idea.
with-
They haven't announced that much. I mean, the script isn't even finalized yet, so anything can change.
After the Acolyte, I have very high feelings for who this young 15-year-old soon-to-be starfighter is going to be.
Besides the acolytes, you know what Disney has a talent of is
Jesus.
drawing you in on the first episode of a series, thinking that it's going to be great, and then ruining it progressively through the series.
Like
What's that?
Like I said, with Disney, Star Wars is good at announcing things. One of several theatrical projects still in development from Lucasfilm, including films by Charmin Obaid Chinoy, James Mangold, Taika Waititi, and a new trilogy by Simon Kinberg.
They're milking this cow for all it's worth.
Yep, and that's
Mhm.
probably gonna be that. I wonder which one's gonna be the Rey trilogy because she's super important and everyone loves her.
Oh God. Taika Waititi, I enjoyed
over
his
him.
first couple films, but now I feel he's like the Last of Us. I'm drawing blanks on him.
Pedro Pascal.
Pedro Pascal.
Everybody's
He is just
favorite
everyone in
white
Hollywood. Hey,
adjacent
you want a
actor.
movie? Have this guy direct it. And the first Thor movie, fantastic. Love and Thunder, not a fan.
Yeah, I saw it in theaters. I was like, all right, and then I saw it out of theaters. I'm like, eh.
Yeah,
I didn't
it
think
was-
Love and Thunder was bad, but it wasn't nearly on the level as like Ragnarok or anything.
Ragnarok was
Ragnarok was
fantastic.
enjoyable.
Ragnarok was a fantastic movie.
Yeah, Negrinol says we don't need people with star power. Putting people like Gosling, Jack Black, and Lizzo in Star Wars just makes it worse.
it could.
Yeah.
Yeah. However, like I said, I really enjoyed Ryan Gosling, so hopefully he doesn't get screwed over by bad script work,
They just need to shelve Star Wars in general.
or they need to. There's so
do a
much potential
hiatus.
in that universe, and it's so wide open. There's so much potential to make good things
Well-
that are Star Wars and limitless, really.
Yeah, I mean, look at
But
all the
nobody ever
novelizations
does.
and all the
No.
extended universe and all that.
Even with the new 3 movies, Force Awakens, Rise of Skywalker, and what was the middle one?
The new trilogy is all forgotten,
That's
so nobody
that's-
cares.
Yeah, I can't
even
remember.
think of it because that's
But
how much I
you-
don't give a shit.
We had all these fans waiting how long to see Mark Hamill back on screen and drawing a blank here who plays Leia.
Yes.
Carrie Fisher.
Carrie Fisher. We're all waited how long to see them back on screen, and then they just killed them off. Well, Carrie Fisher kind of had to.
You
Well,
want to
they
give a
killed
spoiler
off-
warning?
They killed
Maybe
off
some
Han
people haven't
first.
watched.
Yeah, but yeah, same. Again, you had all the original trilogy. We waited how many years to see them again, and then just get absolutely butchered in those movies
Mhm.
Speaking of
because they're
butcher,
trying to bring in
Hold
the
on.
new talent. Can't see my quotations.
but no, that brings up my Disney with their Doctor Who. I'm trying to watch this new season, and it's better than the last one, but they are just throwing those hidden jabs every once in a while, and you're like,
It's
why
just
do I
bad
care?
writing. They have such bad writing on these IPs.
It's it's I can see they toned it down from last season because I was like, okay, the first episode's all right. I'll go back and watch the first season again, or with he wasn't that bad. And then I went back to the season.
I had to watch a trailer, and that's all I needed to know.
No, I went back to watch the first season he was in. I was like, I turned it off after 2 minutes. It was so terrible.
Yeah, no, Doctor Who is dead. R.I.P.
Yeah.
Doctor Who.
Yeah.
This is canon now.
But back to it, like
Again, but this is
Gary,
last season.
Gary
Last
from
season.
Nerdrotics, his hashtag he started a few years ago. He said hashtag R.I.P. Doctor Who. They've had it in the show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, this last episode, that's what I'm saying.
Yep.
I watched it. It wasn't great. I enjoyed parts of it, but overall, when they pulled out the Doctor Who as Velma, I was like, "Come on, you guys!" Again, a hidden jab. Why is it in there?
Yep.
Get rid
who
of it.
directed Mandalorian? It was something Favreau. What's
Oh, that was
his,
Jon Favreau.
Yeah, John Favreau.
He went downhill.
He did, but the
I
first
think
2 seasons of Mandalorian are fantastic, especially when they brought Luke Skywalker back into play and you actually saw him kick ass. Everybody was so excited about that. That was like the favorite scene of the series because they finally did something with him that people wanted to see.
Mhm.
We've been waiting how long to see that, and it showed because the ratings on the show was high then.
Oh yeah, no, I enjoyed it. Of course, there wasn't much else to watch in 2020.
No, I think Mandalorian's a good series.
It
It did get weird after the Book of Boba.
That was a turd, or that was a fart in the wind.
It was nice to see Boba Fett come back, but they just kind of did some weird things there that I don't think I would have done.
Well, he wasn't really a mercenary anymore. He was kind of just like a teddy bear. And
I don't think
They
there was
kinda
a
just-
problem with the main plot
they
of him
kinda just throw
going
him
back
around.
to take over Jabba's territory. But there's like a scene where a guy has a robotic eye and they're getting shot at, and he just does a backflip for no reason
yeah,
to shoot
again,
a pistol. Like,
well, they had the
What
money.
did
It's
that
Disney money.
do?
They're like, hey, here's $20. Do a backflip. And
Yeah.
he's like, all right.
and
20
they're like
bucks.
the cybernetic enhanced, and they're riding around on space mopeds. Like, that
The-
was the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
I didn't make it
they
up
were
there.
promoting people with disabilities. You should have connected with them.
Space Rascals.
Yeah, you really should have connected with them. You would have been like,
Yeah.
You
hey,
didn't see
that's
yourself.
me.
You didn't see yourself in that character.
I don't see myself in any character in Star Wars because they're all cool and
I was say you can't say they're
Yes.
ripped or anything because Boba put on some pounds.
I gotta say this though, I love how they brought him back to play Boba Fett
Oh yeah, absolutely.
after
But
being
again, they're pandering
Jango
to
Fett.
the audience. They're luring you in with someone that you like, that you know, and then they're writing them completely out or changing the whole dynamic.
yeah. But now I see when it comes to what am I thinking of? Continuity. It actually makes sense because he played Jango Fett. The clones were based off of him. So to bring him back to the series as Boba Fett, who is technically a clone of Jango Fett, it totally makes sense. So I think that was actually a good call to bring him
Inside job.
back. Yeah, it's a little fan pandering, but
Never forget. Except for Tower 7.
Yep.
yeah.
Getting lengthy. Getting lengthy.
Yeah.
What else we got?
So speaking of IPs that are getting remade or everything else in between,
Another trilogy, another sequel,
another yeah, we got
Shrek
a new
6. Oh, that
Predator movie
terrible.
coming out.
Predator.
Yeah,
Yeah.
can't wait to see that one.
That character model looks fantastic.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
so bad. Well, actually, we'll rip through the trailer quick,
All right, yeah.
and we'll see what we think.
No, but that's like
That looks bad.
that's
It looks
identical.
so bad.
And honestly, the first time I saw the trailer, that's exactly what I thought of when I saw the updated Predator. My
Mhm.
God.
Why update it though? It looked fine.
They're like, oh, it's an adolescent predator that was
Didn't they do
like
that?
shunned from his clan or whatever, and he needs to find a way to get back in.
Didn't they
But
do it?
They completely changed how it looks.
I thought they did the adolescent in like the last one too.
They don't know what they're doing.
I
anymore.
don't know.
No, and well, like the original Predator movies, it was clearly like a mask and prosthetics and everything that they used, and it was believable.
No, that and I do.
That's back
this
to
new-
that's back to
practical
my
effects,
practical
yeah.
effects. That's the argument I make every time.
Yep.
Practical effects always look better than CGI.
No matter how unreal they look better than.
Yes.
Megan says, "Bless you."
Yeah.
Thank you.
The new
Thank you.
CGI though, I feel like everyone's pushing CGI because nobody's
It's cheaper, easier.
working practical effects anymore. They're like, costumes are over. Let's just CGI everything.
It'd probably be
Let's
cheaper.
hire some kid out of high
I
school.
literally just said that. It's cheaper and easier for them to do CGI.
Oh wow! For once, I wasn't listening to you.
Hire a kid
For
out of high
once,
school.
you mean
Here's
like
20
always?
bucks. Make a CGI, and they're like,
Well,
okay,
look
but
at
they,
all.
they don't enjoy the show. They're not a fan of anything. They
No,
don't want to put
they're-
effort into it. They're like, hey, it's 20 bucks. This is what you're getting.
You know what the other problem too with CGI is? CGI can look really well. However, it seems like studios blow all their budget on something else and then they go over budget. So all of a sudden it comes down to CGI department. And sometimes you get a really good looking CGI scene. And then later in the movie, it looks like absolute dog shit.
Like most.
So
Yeah.
they
Marvel movies.
hire a big actor to come in.
That's what I'm
throw
saying.
that-
And then you
throw
do
that
your
star fame in
reshoots
there.
and all this shit. So you go way over budget. So then you give less money to the CGI department. And that's why it seems like you make, even in like Warhammer Space Marine
We're
2.
going. Let's
All right.
watch
Yeah,
the
I
trailer.
know.
Watch the trailer.
Yeah, we'll get to it.
We
We'll
might
get
have
to it.
to.
Let's watch.
I don't
Let's
know.
watch.
Hand-wrench.
I don't know.
I didn't think you survived.
What happened?
So allegedly,
Are we unmuted right now?
No,
yes.
we're just gonna sit here and talk over nothing.
So allegedly, this is supposed to be a synth or a droid, but it's
kind of like a.
allegedly a Wayland droid, which is the alien.
I was gonna say so.
movies.
So they're bringing. Well, they did Alien vs Predator.
Yeah,
Right,
it's-
but they
it's
weren't
already
canon
crossed
to the
in.
Predator franchise at all, and it wasn't canon to.
I still enjoyed Alien vs Predator.
So did
I
I.
just
A lot of people say, "Oh, it's stupid."
Right, it
You
was
know what, to
very
be
stupid.
honest with
loved
you,
it as a
I
kid.
don't like the Alien movies. The only Predator movie I like is the original. Alien vs Predator, I don't think was a bad movie.
I liked it. Maybe because I didn't grow up with the original Predator movies back in the day.
Come fucking old.
no, they only had
Well, when they first came out.
Well,
yeah,
they-
I know.
the
They're older than I am.
Predator with Arnold, which was fantastic.
But you know what?
and
The
then
only,
second one.
the only reason I like the old one though is because it's so corny with Jesse Ventura and Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like,
Oh, it's fantastic.
oh, God, to the chopper.
Well, that's all it is. It's
That's kinda good.
it's a big action movie. It's fighting monster in jungle.
Yeah,
and shooting
with
guns.
ridiculous, like him
Yeah.
hand holding a minigun. Like it's over the top ridiculous. That's what was fun with it.
And that's what made them awesome. Made them
Yeah,
badass.
that's what we're saying.
But this is reminding me of Prometheus and everything, or yeah, it was Prometheus
yeah,
where they
Prometheus
had
is
the droid,
Alien.
which was the remake or whatever.
It was
but
supposed to be
they're-
the prequel, which
we're-
was terrible.
We're getting rid of just the pure action characters and everything, and we're going for a female lead doing something else or doing something they shouldn't be doing.
I have
Yeah,
no problem with
I
a
don't know.
female lead.
It's
What
a
I have a
robot,
problem
so
with is that we're
probably
going
cool.
from this just ridiculous action film down to now we have to have this high class story and
Well,
stuff that doesn't make
I'm just saying
sense.
the last three or four even Predator movies and Alien movies, it's a strong female lead in every single one.
The Predator had all the like special forces, or
Which all
was-
the Predator.
that one was kind of dumb. I like Predators. They had all the inmate or the people from around the world, inmates, and
Yes.
soldiers and stuff that got dropped off on that planet.
That one was all right, but they did a little weird stuff with that one.
Oh yeah,
Again, yeah, that's typical, but
So if they're like I said, I don't mind who the lead is as long as the story is okay and it's action packed. That's all I need. Give her a minigun, have her yell, "Get back to the
and I already
chopper,"
know they're not
and
going
call
to.
it a day.
They're not going to. I already know it. I can see that face right there.
That's all we need.
even in
That's-
the movie realm, that'd still be unbelievable for it. So unless it's Ripley,
Yeah. Again,
badass.
it doesn't
woman.
matter if it's Doesn't matter if it's a female lead, as long as the movie is good around
If
it.
it's Ripley, yes. I'm saying the last couple though have not been
like
good.
Prey, I didn't.
The Prey, yeah, that was terrible.
Yeah.
It's they're pushing too many agendas for
100
an
tall
action
woman.
movie.
Fighting a
If this
giant
AI
alien.
again, yeah, was dropping bombs, had laser hands, cool. Don't give me a story saying, "Oh, I'm trying to resurrect, your ancient civilization, helping this young predator, ascend to his rightful place as a king or something." It's stupid.
All right, we'll continue.
Continue.
You're hunting something that can't be killed.
See, that's not a bad face. I think it's really the
I don't
tentacles.
I don't like
I
it.
think
It
it's
looks
tentacles.
terrible.
The hair, whatever the hair is.
Well, it goes back to the original Predator. It was a mask, and it had the practical effects, mechanics, and all that stuff, and it was creepy because they're all like the
They move
Yeah,
their
they're
own
always
phalanges or something.
Also, the face was boxier on him though, and it looked better.
and the hair was all the way around and not in a.
This just
It's
looks
like a
terrible.
Viking haircut.
I think that's what they're kind of going for with like the music.
I'm
and
not a
stuff,
big fan.
like
I like the
Yeah.
original one where it's just like out the sides and it looked
Yeah, I just
and
gotta.
it looked like a big monster.
a big monster.
Not
This
Yeah.
is looking like just a human in
it looks like a
green
human
suit.
with a
Yeah.
weird mouth.
human with the
um,
green suit CGI'd everything.
I'm gonna throw this out there. We're doing a lot of Predator work today. We got Predator trailer. We're talking about the Pope. Might have mentioned Epstein. Just
Hey, you brought up Epstein.
It's Predator episode.
it's a Predator episode.
$20 is $20.
That's true.
Yeah.
The amount of things I've done for $20 is outrageous.
Yeah, I don't like how it looks. It too CGI. I mean, yeah, you gotta use what you
And-
can make, but I mean,
I think it's also the
But it's the
size.
whole
Yeah.
design of the face. It doesn't. It's just not the same. It just looks like a
Yeah.
person with a fucked up mouth.
No, it looks like a person wearing a green screen suit, and they're like, "Hey, CGI some stuff on here."
It literally looks like if you
There's
just took
no,
a
like, no-
regular person and put a crab on their face.
But it doesn't look like there's effort into it. Like the CGI suit could have been, put on the Incredible Hulk or something. Put a strong man in there, make him bigger, or put him on stilts or something. This is just like a normal dude wearing a green suit, CGI'd over. Microsoft Paint.
yeah.
That's what I said. It looks
I don't know
weird.
how much is
Don't
left
like it.
here.
Well, let's finish her up.
Couple seconds.
And we got hentai in there. Tentacle monsters.
Right up your alley.
That, that'll sell to the weeb fans, guaranteed. They're gonna be there.
That's you.
You know what this movie
I'm still not interested.
reminds me of for some reason is like the Kong movies or Kong versus Godzilla. It's just got like that feel to it with the look and design.
The remake or
No, like Godzilla versus Kong, Kong Skull Island.
I was gonna say they remade them like 3 times, so that would make sense.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that movie for some reason it feels like it's gonna be kind of like that. Like a young Kong used to fight the monsters. Now they got a young Predator fighting monsters. It looks almost like the same.
But I feel like God, I swear I've seen a Predator movie where it's a young Predator going
All that
against
watch
his
yourself.
tribe to become something. Actually, was that Prey? I think it might have been Prey.
Did
Prey.
you watch the young Predator movie on Pornhub?
Piggish.
That's in your files.
Family friendly show. Gotta stop.
Yeah.
The internet, don't forget.
Nope.
All right.
I'm gonna get canceled before we ever started.
Yep. Well,
You're also slacking
I'd-
behind on your role.
I'd probably still go
I
see it
forgot
in
about that.
theaters if it was around here. Because I haven't gone to see a movie since Twisters.
Well, there's a reason for that because there's nothing really good coming out.
Well, and
Twisted
our
Nipples?
theater's 45 minutes away, so you got to make a trip out of it.
yeah, but it's still.
Man, you're slacking there, Will. You got 5 more.
4 more.
Yeah,
Bad math.
it's good we rolled low because these are some thick boys.
Yeah.
Heavy.
So, Andy, I know you're excited about this. You've been playing all week.
Yeah.
Elder
obviously.
Scrolls Oblivion Remaster.
Anybody else on in there?
No,
It's come
I'm
out. No,
set.
we're good. It's come out. Andy, I'll let you take the reins on this one.
Yeah, it's Elder Scrolls Oblivion. It's I think I can't say it. You can't say I think it is literally like the first game I bought for the PC. So it is super nostalgic. Back when gateway PCs were a thing, you know, with the cow symbol, the square
Yep.
looks like a cow. Oh god, old. But yeah, Oblivion, loved it. Playing it all week, fantastic. So it's
I got nothing.
no, it Oblivion. If you never played, if they came out with another Skyrim remake, I'd be super pissed because I mean they've released it what 10 times now.
More than that, Skyrim. You could run Skyrim on your toaster at home. They released it on every
Skyrim's the
goddamn
only
thing
other-
possible.
Yeah, Skyrim was the only Elder Scrolls I played. And then
Oblivion's
I
fantastic.
broke my
I played
computer
it.
and I downloaded too many mods.
Oh, I thought you were
Yeah.
gonna say porn.
No, I had the
Well, those were the mods.
yeah,
Yeah,
the exploding chicken
big
mod,
titties.
Yeah.
exploding chicken mod, and then spawn chicken.
Yeah.
Spawn chicken. Is
So
that
I
like
had,
a
whole-
chicken with
whole
the?
bunch of chicken? No, I mean like a spawn. of
I know.
chicken,
I was
yeah.
making a joke
Yeah,
about like the
okay,
superhero spawn,
Yeah. And
anti-hero.
crashed the game, and I haven't touched it since. So
I did that with Fallout 4 one time. I played Fallout 4 many times, but I had a playthrough where I put way too many mods on it, and I think I had like unlimited building, and I just built this super base because I was tired of like the invasions in the game.
Mhm.
And then all of a sudden, I relaunched it one day, and like the Pip Boy was gone and everything. I'm like, I think I messed this up.
No, but I thoroughly enjoy Oblivion.
Did they change anything on it?
oh, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah,
I mean, besides the remaster, at least is there anything?
so it's
gameplay-wise?
remastered. They updated all the graphics. They redid some voice lines. They added a type 1, type 2 body instead of saying male or female.
Oh boy.
So they're they're pushing towards that whatever crowd is out there. Other than that, really enjoyable. Could be optimized better though, I think. I mean, I think originally the game was only like 4 gigs and this remaster is like 120. So I don't think they know what they're doing anymore. I don't think optimization's a thing anymore.
Well, I heard that they also tried to keep some of the jankiness in it.
Oh, they have a bunch. They kept a few of the glitches.
Yeah,
There's like a voice line in there that's common. It's well, it's not common. It's but they had a voice line like one elf with a voice actor who was in there who said her line. She's like, I didn't like that. I gotta do that again. And they kept that all in there.
Really?
So it's hilarious.
That's pretty cool.
that's good.
But yeah, play it. Just play it. I really enjoy it. It's also a lot smaller than I remember. I mean, obviously not size wise, but it's
Mhm.
I remember playing hours on end of it and being like, hey, I got a lot to do. But playing it this past week, I'm like, I feel like I'm already halfway done. So
Well, you've been putting in some time. Every time I'm talking to you, you're on there playing.
yeah, it's
Working
worth
from
it.
home
It's,
and
it's
stuff.
worth it.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
Definitely play it if you can. Single player game. Speaking of games though, we should probably
Bring up.
no, we don't bring up anything. Just mention the game channel, our possible game night thing.
Yeah,
we're doing.
game night, same channel. However, we're looking for games. If anybody has any suggestions for us to play live,
Hey, simmer down. Simmer down. Take a breath.
Breathe.
We'll
is
get
that not
to
what
it.
we were transitioning
Yes,
into?
yes,
It's a
yes.
slow transition. We got Jeff
I'm
going.
the one on the computer. I'm working at it. Quick,
He's-
we got Basket City in chat. Hail, drink up in chat. Hail, Basket City. How you doing, man?
Hey, cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to you. Oh, it's pretty tasty.
I
but
like
she's-
it.
She's thick.
Yeah, you can definitely only
there's-
have like one or two though.
A good thing we only drew it
Cookies
two.
and cream stout. Ooh.
I'm gonna have to.
What do you think is going to happen on the channel? You saw the dice I rolled.
Don't do it right directly in the mic.
I turned my head.
Give me a thumbs up when you're about to, so I can be like, wow. You're not into your mic. You're into Jeff's mic.
Wow.
See, as we were saying,
That's what the people are here for.
Definitely not you.
Tuesday nights we've been toying with the idea, and we actually did our first stream Tuesday nights at 7 Central. Drink or leveling up gaming stream, and the first one we did was golf with your friends, which
Which was all right.
yeah,
Are you playing the full video
No,
here?
it's
Intro and everything again?
No. No, I was just gonna show quick if it pulls up, but yeah, we've been toying with the idea of doing this a weekly thing, and we have a few games that we're planning on playing, but we need more suggestions. Has any suggestions?
No
for
shit.
games we should check out or try as a squad or against each other? I mean, I would say games like Uno or Monopoly, but that ruins friendships. So
On top of, I don't think they're a very fun game to watch, especially if we're trying for an hour or something. Like an hour game of Monopoly is easily doable,
right.
but how entertaining can you make it? Like, oh, you owe me rent, or I went around the board, I didn't pay anything. Golf with friends is okay because
I had a
we
blast.
tried different modes. It's
Yeah,
fun.
we planned on playing for an hour and ended up playing for 2 on the stream just because golf with your friends is
Yeah.
Before it brings us back to the
super frustrating, but also
does it?
super fun.
yeah.
My bad.
Billy and Andy like to
Competitive.
mad.
It's competitive.
It's very
I
competitive.
just laugh.
It starts
No.
uncompetitive and then it gets very
Yeah.
competitive.
And the first couple holes you do really good, and you're like,
Oh,
"Yeah, good one," and then you get farther into it,
Charlene.
you get very frustrated.
and then you have me that just,
Damn it, I did it again.
yeah. So yeah, Tuesday night, 7 o'clock Central. We'll be on there.
Yeah.
What do we want to do this week? Thinking we want to do Warhammer or Helldivers.
I think those would be our logical choice.
Those
I
probably
think
either
either
one.
or are going to be fun.
Okay.
Willie wasn't there
Um,
for the update for Space Marine, so we might have to run
Oh,
that
that's
mission.
I have not played the new
That's
mission yet.
right. That
I
would-
have not
yeah.
played the
Yep,
new
that'd
mission
be a
yet.
good one to
did
show
it on
because
solo.
that
Actually,
was
yeah,
pretty-
because
that was
that's
pretty
pretty new.
exciting.
That's pretty relevant. Yeah, we
Yeah.
could do the brand new mission.
well, there you go. We got Space Marine 2 on Tuesday for leveling up.
At
7 o'clock
7
Central.
Central.
Yep.
7 Central.
7
Got it.
Central.
I'll be there, unfortunately.
Fortunately. All right. Let's
Just
see, what else we got here?
just something to kill some time. I mean, really, why not
Try to get out there a little bit.
do something different instead of us sitting here? I mean, drinks may be involved. Probably will be
Can if you
involved.
want. Yeah.
I think that's the whole point. But just something to do. Kill some time.
Definitely water. It's definitely water.
Yeah, pond water.
Yeah.
The filthiest of pond waters.
I don't think I pulled up a few different tabs here. Shoot.
They're gone forever.
Mm-hmm. What do you got?
I'm also thinking, possibly hear me out for the weebs out there. We got game recommendations. Obviously, I recommended books. Dungeon Crawler Carl. A show recommendation of the anime variety.
For all of us to watch.
Oh, I've already watched them. There's
No,
no
he
point.
can-
No point even trying. I'm saying to get you into it, to try something, to fill your, hectic schedule of watching Love on the Spectrum, 90 Day Fiance,
90,
something.
90 Day Fiance.
90 Day Fiance, yeah.
You said Day.
D-Day, 90 D-Day Fiance.
D-Day Cobra.
Yep. So Jeff, I know you like the grim dark horror kind of stuff.
Well, we got to get on.
Horror.
Hold on. We got to get on the same one so we can discuss it together as we go through the series.
I don't think you've seen an anime show in like 20 years.
Yeah, it's been a long time
It's a hot minute. So I'm
because I don't need to
Granted.
see cartoon boobies.
granted this is an older one, but I'm thinking Berserk.
Berserk.
You know, I've heard a lot about that. No, are you talking the actual anime show?
Well, there's a show. Well, they got 2 shows and like a movie,
So what? I'm
Um,
gonna have to subscribe to Crunchyroll now. Or?
but they have the 97 version, which is really good. And then
Yeah,
they did
TV
like a
series.
remake, which is terrible, which you should avoid at all costs. But I have the manga in the house if you want to read it. But the show is grimdark. I mean, even the manga itself is grimdark. Something I think you'd enjoy. Willie, have you seen that?
No.
You really?
I'm only
No.
using IMDb because I don't know if this is on Critic List yet.
No, but it's a show. Highly recommend it.
It's a
It's probably, I mean, I'm going to say most people are going to be like, hey, you need something newer, something more recent to get them into it. I'm like, no, this is like one of those classics, like the big three: One Piece, Bleach, Naruto.
Okay.
But this is obviously, I think it's a lot fewer episodes, so it's easier to get into. It gets straight to the point, action. That's the stuff you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're on
Yeah,
shelf
we'll have
4.
to check that out.
Shelf 4. So that's what I reckon for you, Jelf. No, we're on 4. We're on 2. No, we're in the drawer, I thought.
4 is the door.
Would have.
So we're on 4. Yes, we should be in the
Are you
door.
talking about leveling up? That'd be PC. There you go.
No, 4 is in the drawer.
Okay,
This is where it gets good between these two.
We're in the drawer. The door. So yeah, Jeff, recommend
that's very
Berserk.
good
Watch
doors.
that. At least give it, 3 episodes. The 97 version. They do have a remake, possibly. I think it's recent, but it's like a different arc, so it's kind of weird. It's fast paced, kind of skips a bunch of stuff. God, you're killing me, Smalls. Willie, what's the last one you watched?
Last one I watched.
Anime.
Here.
I just need to get a glimpse of what you could probably enjoy.
You're supposed to grab off the shelf that we rolled.
That is in the
That
drawer.
is done. That was.
Oh, is it in the roll?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the company.
Okay, so now I got to admit something. Since
Oh.
you talked about
I know what you're gonna admit.
anime, no, you don't. Last
He's
time,
gay as hell.
you talked about anime, so I decided to watch a series on Netflix. It's a new Gundam series. I've only watched like one episode.
Which one's that? Is that
I don't remember what it is. It's like a
Blood Orchid
No,
Children?
no, it's not Blood Orphans. It's not even animated in the cartoon style. It's like a video game graphics kind of series, and it's based on 0078, I think, or 0079. Sorry,
Okay.
it's like the prototype to the White Gundam from the series that we watched when we were kids. That, and to be honest with you, the
Is that the realism one where it's kind of more realistic? I think I started watching that one.
might be because they did do like an alternate universe to
Hmm.
the original 0079 or whatever from the late 80s. I haven't watched that one yet, but I was like, you know what? I used to love Gundam. I'll give it a whirl. It's not bad. However, you can tell that the budget wasn't fantastic. CGI is not great in all places.
That's what you were gonna admit. I thought this is what you're gonna admit.
Oh no, one of those two things is true. You guys can guess which one.
So
Don't let the kids fool you.
So you've watched Gundam. I already know you like Gundam.
Yes, I'm a
Did
huge fan.
you try Demon Slayer? Do you want something modern or do you want something
I have
older?
tried Demon Slayer. When did season 1 come out?
Of Demon Slayer?
Yeah.
Oh God, that was probably like 4 or 5 years ago now.
I think
I mean,
I
we're
watched it on your
on-
recommendation back then. But I never watched the whole thing or anything like that.
Wow. Which one? Did you get 2-3 episodes in? Because I know the first 1 and 2 are pretty slow.
Yeah, I
Hey,
think I did
Sophie.
actually.
We got Sophie in the chat.
Sophie, tell Jeff to watch Berserk, and I'm trying to think of something Willie to watch. I was leaning toward Demon Slayer, but I'm trying. Did you watch Full Metal Alchemist?
I haven't watched
Brotherhood?
movies.
Um,
I never really got big into anime, but I'll try.
I'm
it for
not
you.
talking to you, Jeff.
Well, you're looking.
I'm
You're looking me dead in the eyes here.
Yeah, I'm looking through you.
you're looking through your ear
Solo
hole.
leveling. Yep, I've been.
See,
I've
Solo
been
Leveling's
meaning
a
to check out
fantastic
Solo
one.
Leveling
That's
for sure.
Full Metal Alchemist. I did watch quite a bit of that back in the day.
Do you like the whole RPG kind of leveling up system, different world? Or didn't you watch
One Piece.
Afiretta?
I need to get back into that.
I watched what?
Afiretta,
Afuera.
it's the one where the school gets like teleported and he starts eating bodies and stuff.
No,
I thought you said you watched that one. God.
no.
Yeah.
I did watch Sword Art Online back in the day.
Okay, that's old. Yeah. Yeah. Well, they came out with like 3 seasons of that. So No, but so I'd go solo leveling. Watch solo leveling. It's new. It's modern.
Where can you find that? Is that
Crunchyroll, I know
Crunchyroll?
has it. That's
Okay.
what.
and
That's what
I
watch on.
believe I heard it has is under the free to watch version. So
Oh, it could be.
yeah.
But I Crunchyroll. It's also Korean, not Japanese. So I think they call it a manhwa or something like that.
Interesting.
Manhwa.
Ma-
Yeah,
Alright.
but it's
So I'm going to turn into a weeb. So I have to be a weeb now.
No, so I'm saying watch solo leveling. If you like solo leveling, read Dungeon Crawler Carl.
I'm
This-
not reading shit.
It's a fantastic series. Get your shit in gear and read it. Jeff Berserk,
Berserk.
Berserk.
Okay, we'll do Berserk.
dark
too.
horror.
I want to watch the same thing as Jeff, so that at least I have somebody to talk to it about.
Okay, well, both watch Berserk. I think you're both gonna like it. The older one.
Jeff's Angry Colon says anime is a gateway drug to hentai. Prove me wrong.
No, it
I 100%
definitely is.
agree with you.
There's a lot of fan service in some
I
of these.
swear to God, Andrew, if I go watch one of these things and all of a sudden I'm talking about tentacles, I'm gonna be pissed.
The Berserk might be then. It might be.
Okay.
Go on.
I was gonna say Sophie says Andrew is correct. Solo leveling is a Korean manhwa. Manhwa.
Man,
But
hua.
the studio that animated it is Japanese.
There you go.
Ask Vagabundo. Yes.
And there's
you
2
would know.
seasons of it. I think it's 26 episodes. So
Okay.
because I finished that like 2 weeks ago. I think
You're
they
a
ended it.
resident weeb expert, eh?
Why do you think I have him here?
Yeah,
That's true.
That's what I'm here for. Give you the recommendations of the good stuff. But yeah, there's a lot of fan service and some of the stuff. Fire Force season 3 came out, and today's, or I don't know if it's today's episodes or not, pretty fan servicey.
Bro, I'm ripping through these for this dice
You
roll.
better. How many
Yeah,
you
you
got?
got
This is number 4, so I think I got 2 more.
Good math.
It was quick
you
math.
think you have
mathlete,
two
not an
more?
athlete.
No, 100% on that.
Okay.
If somebody wants to post my work in the comments, let us know if my math is correct on that one.
But also, let us know if you have a better recommendation because
Sophie says Fire Force is awesome.
no, I enjoy Fire Force. It's just pretty heavy on the fan service this last episode.
Is that good or bad?
Depends if you're a fan of it or not.
Okay.
That's why they call it fan service.
By fan service, do you mean anime titties?
It's some very lewd, provocative
Well,
situations that may or may not occur.
I know where this is going.
But it's not tentacle worthy. Okay, they
Well,
get close.
This is where we're starting to draw. We're in a gray area.
That's why I'm giving you the
yeah.
better versions and not the full fan service
My
experience.
angry colon would know. It's let's see here. Andy, this one's for you. It's Tomaki, isn't it?
Yep, that's there
Sophie
she
hates,
is.
Sophie hates her character.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's very fan servicey, and that's why she's in there. Kind of like a fairy tale.
Oh,
Very-
that's what you meant. Okay.
Very, hey, eccentric, or something accidentally happens and they just happen to be wearing a bikini or something.
I did watch Fairy Tale, and it got weird.
And there's a lot of beach episodes where they can go swimming. That's fan service.
Yeah, I know what you're saying because it made no sense to the plot or anything else in the show.
It's servicing the fans.
And I don't
You
think
buy figurines, you buy body pillows.
I don't think I finished watching it.
You
'cause
forget what deodorant is. That's fan service.
The other
Willie
problem
has
with
an Epsom
anime
body
is
pillow.
it's very.
Oh,
I don't know how to describe it. It's very repetitive.
What, the fan service?
No, just anything in anime, like the lines. They say the same thing 16 times.
That's you're still in the old school. The new ones aren't that bad.
I'm sorry that I
We're
haven't
not-
watched cartoons in 20 years.
We're not talking Dragon Ball Z where
it's
it's like
fighting words for some people.
14 episodes of powering up. Okay, we're talking like more modern. There's a little bit of it, but not as bad. They remade I think it's Dragon Ball Super where they cut out like 200 episodes of just them powering up. So upgrades, people, upgrades.
Upgrades, people, upgrades. Yeah.
So that's what I got for anime recommendations.
Okay.
Berserk.
That was a lot
Well-
more in depth than I thought it was going to be.
Oh yeah, trust me. Berserk if you want older school, more grimdark. Solo leveling if you want something modern.
Jeff, we're gonna have to do watch parties apparently for this Berserk show.
We can
I'm
do it
down.
on Discord.
I will rewatch both of them. They are fantastic. But if you got something else,
Bye, Sophie.
Goodbye.
Does her Peruvian drive-by on her alpaca.
that's all you need.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
If you got something else, recommend it. Obviously, the big three: Naruto, Bleach, One
Yeah.
Piece. I wouldn't recommend One Piece. I'm not a fan of it.
My Hero
shots
Academia.
I did watch Naruto.
Yes. Did you watch the second one, Shippuden?
Yes.
Okay, well, there you go.
Maybe.
Bleach also came out with some new stuff.
I haven't watched Bleach since
Exactly.
the original.
That's what I'm saying. They came out with some new stuff recently.
If it was on Toonami, I probably watched it back in
No,
the day.
this is literally like Hulu got it new.
Go sub to Chronicling Mayhem on YouTube.
Yeah.
And speaking of, because I brought up Discord, I'd like to give a shout out to the GCA and the GCA Discord. Go join that.
Anybody else?
A lot of good people in
No, I'm
there. Make
so-
a lot of friends all the time. And
GCA is a place to be
yep,
for the
Late
most
and-
part.
Yep, they have Late and Gay on Wednesday nights at 7:30 Central. Yeah, a lot of them are on Eastern time, so get messed up.
Yeah, we'll stick with Central.
Maybe
to make things
maybe
easy
one of
for
our
us.
mods can drop a link in the chat there for anyone that's not.
I
part
keep
of that.
moving around, makes me burp.
All right.
Central time. Central time's the correct time. Any other time is wrong. We're in the middle.
Yes.
It works. What do you need?
I was gonna write something down. Negrinol gave me a.
Did he give you a tip?
Yep.
Just the tip? Full tip. Full penetration.
Just where to watch.
There's
full
it
leveling.
should be on your left side there.
Okay. Yeah.
There's a little cheat sheet there. Wow, would you look at that?
Look at that.
Well,
It's
would
like
you
a
look at
plan
that?
for some sort of random catastrophic event.
Oh, is he talking about solo leveling?
No,
Mhm.
he's is he?
yeah,
yeah,
he said
he
where to
said where
watch,
to
it
watch
for free.
Yeah.
So there. We'll have a
Stuff to
Discord
do,
watch
things to
party.
see.
All right, Jeff. Me and Jeff, we'll have to name it. Maybe we should put it on live. Me and Jeff learn anime.
I don't have enough patience. There's too much shit going on.
Yeah.
Andrew has a body pillow that has a character on it.
Oh boy.
No, I spent enough time. I
And
had
you
enough free
installed a
time in my
fleshlight.
younger youth where I kind of got into anime, and then it's like one of them vicious cycles. You're in it, you're out, you're in, you're out.
Well, I gotta say, I
You
mean,
have these.
Company.
the
it's
raspberry
for the
ones ain't
company.
bad. But
I'm not company my mainstay. This is
Oh, you rolled for it, so
this
that's
is
why I'm trying to get rid of
borderline
it.
sacrilege.
anyway, as I was saying, I watched anime when we were kids because it was on Toonami and it was cool. It was like actiony cartoons.
And
Seemed
that's
really cool.
kind of what I'm.
That's where
leading
we got
into.
big into the Gundam. In a long time.
Well, that's what I'm trying to lead you into. Broaden the horizons. Read a book.
No.
Okay, fair. Jeff, I know is interested in. He
In
just
what?
doesn't know it yet.
Oh, really?
Yep. I already
Okay.
know. You're up till 4 a.m. There's plenty of time
Yeah,
to watch.
that sucked.
Plenty of time to watch stuff in the background. Whether you're
No,
paying
I
attention
got
or not.
I got to listen. I got to listen to edit. I'm new
Background noise.
at editing this stuff. Editing stuff.
Get some ADD. Have to have like 14 things running and just be a normal person.
Yeah.
But I want to get into video editing and just that photoshopping
you don't.
pisses me
No, you
off.
don't.
So
so for anyone
much.
that doesn't know, which is everyone except for us three here, Willie was trying to make a thumbnail, which is a thumbnail we have for today's episode. Let me pull that up quick.
Very special. If you see it's low
Uh,
quality, very poorly edited, that's him. Thank him for that.
Don't worry, there'll be more to come because I'm still practicing.
If it opens,
It will not. It's slow and delayed.
it's late and gay.
2
There it is.
hours
There it
later.
So Willie,
It took me more
Spent-
than it should have.
what?
I spent the longest thing it took me how to do was learn how to cut out the heads and get rid of the background behind them. I'm gonna say it took me at least. Oh,
Too long. Too long. too
it
many
really
eyes.
did. It really did. I was getting so frustrated trying to figure this out.
Basically, we were on the computer for like 4 hours.
I was
Like,
gonna
"There,
say-
I got it done.
Yeah. It probably took me 4 hours just to do that simple thing.
I also don't want to know where that picture of me came from.
Don't worry
That
about
looks
it.
like, I think, one of the Bush light hats.
Rock USA. I have no idea.
No. Was it? No.
No, you didn't have it.
No. What is that?
Kind of gay.
It's like a hat within a hat. So I'm trying to think.
Well,
of,
yeah, you have your baseball cap and then looks like a cowboy hat on top of that.
I know,
Maybe
I'm-
4th of July.
No, because I had the mullet for the 4th of July. Oh, maybe. I had a little bit of
So,
puff
yeah.
back there.
Willie spent 3.5 to 4 hours
to throw some
to
pictures
cut
on.
faces, heads off of bodies, and put them on a picture.
And cut out words
Stolen
and
from-
rewrite words.
And edit some things.
And the program was stupid and wouldn't let me do things that I wanted to do.
No, editing's fun. I
Ooh,
hit
boy.
record. I hit record on my camera yesterday at 10 after 7 at night, and I hit upload at 20 after 4 this morning.
Starlink. The power of Starlink.
And it didn't upload until 12:30 this afternoon.
See, I'd like to
Then
start
I got-
cutting some of
at
our
least
videos
it
together here, but
Continuously upload it. You didn't have like
No,
the
it didn't. It took so long on my computer went in sleep mode, and then it paused.
I feel like that was a dial-up thing where it's like too long and we disconnect.
Which
and then you gotta
it's-
restart.
Yeah, it made no sense. So 3 hours of sleep. That's always fun. Worth it.
Absolutely.
Well, do we have anything else we want to go over?
I don't know, but we better find something because I got one more beer after this one.
Oh boy.
Oh, so you're saying
Okay.
so if you don't finish one more beer by the time we're done,
Hmm.
that gets added to next week's. I'm just saying that's an option. If you want to put that as an option,
I'm gonna roll a 6 next week, I bet.
well then
Probably.
you'll have 7 if you want to play that route. But you know, we can also mosey on
Okay.
down, Neanderthal, slow it down, keep things simple.
There we go.
Because I mean,
Hold on, boys, we can get somewhere here.
you're also not. You got the light stuff. The heavy stuff is the not the way to go.
Hey, I'm not doing this. The mouse is,
Just clicking stuff.
I guess.
Four-
I don't know what's
four
going on.
4
It's
minutes.
so cold.
4 minutes later. here he is.
Microsoft Designer. Oh
I'm-
no.
I'm not worried about it.
No, I'm not doing that. I took my hand off. I think it's just delayed.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's,
no.
it's
There it is.
very, it's
Okay.
very delayed. That's all it is.
So
You're trying to edit what was already up there. See? AI, powered by AI.
okay.
The next thing, I hate AI. How
Why
do you
you
feel?
hate AI? I think it can be used in certain applications, but I do not think that it can completely replace the human-
100%. Like
the
I was thinking
human-
about that thing that I was making there. If I could have used AI to like write drunks in Star Wars font to get like a little picture that I could have stretched so it actually like matched up perfectly, that would have been nice.
Well, you're still editing it yourself. So
I've tried
what
doing
was the
font
point?
with AI. It doesn't work that well.
Oh, it doesn't. But I'm saying if you could do something like that, because Star Wars has its own font that's not listed in the fonts on the editing software.
Obviously,
So
copyrighted. Can't use it.
yeah, I imagine.
No, but anything AI, I stick away from. AI powered graphics cards, terrible. Nvidia's new thing where it's AI generated frames in between frames. You're making fake.
I
things
have heard
up.
about that. Yeah, you're trying to judge. It's guessing at what the next frame
Yeah,
should be,
and it's why.
and it could potentially make it smoother. However, in competitive gaming, it could be
Put the effort in and just make a good game. Don't give me AI stuff.
Or movie or TV show.
AI art, AI junk. But I mean, it's used in everything. Golf clubs.
Willie's really struggling there.
Well, you rolled high. That's on you.
All right.
At
least
I made it to the final number.
Fair enough. You just
Okay.
got to finish it though. All right. What did we cover today?
We covered a lot. Kind of a lot of
Too much random stuff.
just all over the place.
We did the popes.
like Willie's head. Yep, popes. The betting odds on the popes. Who's gonna be the next pope?
I just feel like this whole episode I've just been turning liquids into pee.
Yeah. Well,
I think
we did a game. A game where everyone can join in and make
it's
fun of
gonna
it.
probably
Get ready for Friday night.
bite someone in the ass. So,
It's so fizzy.
It's so bubbly. All right.
well, we're at that time.
We did it. We made another episode very unsuccessfully,
Oh.
but it was there.
Maybe.
Negro really liked the first season. One Punch Man still hasn't watched the second season.
Oh wait, I have watched One Punch Man.
Okay.
Season 1 was fantastic.
One Punch Man is fantastic.
Season 2 kind of went downhill. And I think they announced a season 3. They came out with the trailer, but I mean, season 2 was like 10 years ago, and season 3 is just coming out. So really,
Remember,
that's what sucks about anime, because
Yeah.
you'll have a really good show, and you're like, oh, I can't wait for a second season, third season, and then they just
Stop making it.
drop the ball.
Hmm.
And then 10 years later, they're like, hey, do you remember this? Oh, yeah, that was really good. And then you're like, I don't remember what happened. No, One Punch was good. I enjoyed that.
Yeah,
one.
One Punch was on Netflix. I remember watching that. Because I had heard great
Yeah.
things about it.
What do you want?
And it was
Do you want
fantastic.
Do you want soft?
Doesn't matter.
Do you want American? We want Irish? We want Japanese? We want Spanish?
Give it to me, baby.
All right.
Hold on. Well,
We're
figure something
gonna
else
wrap her
out
up.
before we wrap it up.
We're gonna go around the horn. Willie, what you got going on this weekend? Nice Saturday. Supposed to be nice weather.
I'll probably be working on my truck.
50s, low 60s.
Fun story about me is I always forget the reason that I go places. So, for example, today, my truck has been sitting so long that it sprung a antifreeze leak.
I smelled something when I walked by it out there.
Well,
No, definitely that was just gas.
yeah, don't worry about that.
Okay.
So anyway, it's got those
Thank you, sir.
Jesus.
It's
But it's got the spring style hose clamps on it
Okay.
coming off the bottom of the radiator up to the water pump. And the truck's been sitting so long that they literally are no longer holding the spring tension.
So you're saying there's a chance.
So there's a antifreeze leak coming out of it. So I ran all the way to O'Reilly's to go get clamps and antifreeze to redo that. That was out.
Yeah, get distracted. Easy.
Yeah, I know. I always forget why I go somewhere. I forgot. So Saturday, I'll probably be running up there, getting a new clamp, cover myself in antifreeze, and fix that leak.
That was a really
Solid.
long story to just say that you needed
Yeah.
a mediator.
Yeah,
It was-
100%.
Just going to the store 3 times. That's all
Yeah.
it is.
What you, Eddie? What you got coming up this weekend?
More Oblivion. I'm going to finish it.
Okay.
Probably good chance of finishing it. Not 100%ing, but there's a lot I got to do still. But it's quick work. I mean, I feel like I sped it up. So I'm going to be playing a lot of Oblivion. Catching up on TV shows. Obviously, we've got Mobland, Doctor Who.
Yeah, I actually I missed last week's episode. I thought I caught up when I missed it. So I
Nope,
gotta watch
it's-
that.
Parts of it are enjoyable. So Mobland, Doctor Who. Again, 3 episodes. Last of Us, season 2.
I'm thinking about it.
3 episodes. Try to give every show 3 episodes before I call it quits. Give them the benefit of the doubt. And reading more books. I'm reading the book of Malazan. It's like a 7.
Pretend I don't know what that means.
Yeah, it's like a 7-book series or something like that.
For
but
the
it's-
viewers, what does that mean?
means it's a book. It's a fantasy book. But
You're
that's
a
what.
fantasy book.
And then I'm just trying to read that in before the next Dungeon Crawler Carl book comes out, which is soon. So
There you go.
Well, I got 2 quick things to say. One, do I have to have this one completely finished before the next episode?
I'd probably
Yep.
say half.
And just kidding.
I'd probably say at least over half.
And
just
2, what I was
say
going to say about the Oblivion remake 2 that I forgot to say earlier.
it's
is-
remastered. It's not
Yeah,
remade.
Not a
sorry,
remake, damn it.
remastered. Todd Howard really knows how to milk.
It wasn't Todd Howard.
product.
It's
Oh,
like-
wasn't him this time?
Nope.
It said it was. I was reading the
Nope,
article. It said,
nope.
Thank Todd.
Nope. It wasn't Todd. It was they fished out to a third-party company. I think it's a tour. Starts with a T. It's like
Oh, you got to be
tours-
careful with that. Did
tourism.
you ever see the? You remember Battlefront 1, Battlefront 2 from PlayStation 2 that we loved so much? Star Wars Battlefront 1 and
Okay.
Battlefront 2.
Go on.
They rolled that out to a third party to remaster it for PC and stuff in the modern day, and it came out so janky and so bad that everybody quit playing it and everybody wanted a refund.
Well, needless
because
to
it
say,
was
this is a
ported
third-party company.
terribly.
Third-party company that did it, and it's fantastic.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
mean,
You got to be
besides-
careful if you're going to do a third party route. You
There's
got
a
to make sure
there's a couple
credible.
things that could be improved on. But yeah, I plan on doing that. Catching up on TV shows. Planning for housework now that we got some sun. But do you
Yeah,
got, Jeff?
it's supposed to be a nice weekend. So tomorrow, going with the old man, we're gonna go metal detecting. I'm gonna try to see if we can find any.
I have all that is bad.
You this, Mike.
he's out of here.
You're out of here, Bucko. Yeah. No. Can you stop doing that, please?
Bro,
I ain't your bro.
the dice was a bad idea.
Yeah, clearly.
That's on you. You chose this life. You rolled that poorly.
So,
Continue,
We're gonna
Jeff.
go metal detecting and see if we can find anything in the woods. Mainly looking for ancient copper artifacts such as arrowheads and spear tips and whatnot. We're gonna check around some rivers in the area.
Who's
and
doing that?
my dad and I.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so we're gonna head out in some areas that have known to have some artifacts have been found in those areas, and I'm probably gonna try to record a lot of it. Start doing stuff on my
On your
channel with
phone?
that. I-
Snapchat,
GoPro. I'm gonna mount a GoPro to the top of my
top of
metal
the shovel,
detector.
and I hit rock,
Yeah, yeah.
and I hit rock.
So we'll see how that goes.
And
it'd
that's
be
a
cool if we
treat.
found something. Last time we went, all I found was a nail, but it was on a random bluff. There was just a nail, one
I was
nail on
gonna
the
say,
top of a bluff.
There's a good chance you'll probably find some
Like a modern nail or like the old square head style.
It was more of a spike.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like that
Yeah, it
square
was
head
more
style
modern.
spike.
It wasn't
Yeah.
a square head.
Well,
but-
obviously modern enough that it wasn't.
right. It
like-
wasn't a square
yeah.
head, but it was the only piece of metal or nail that I found in the entire area. Scoured it for a few hours, and it was right at the top of a bluff overlooking.
And rusted pretty bad.
Oh yeah,
So it obviously not
it was under
galvanized.
4 or 5 inches of dirt, so it was there
Yeah.
for a while.
Yeah, but galvanized wouldn't rust like that.
All right,
Most
nail
rust after a
nail
while.
found.
Yeah, you're right.
Metal detecting. Beer cans, more than likely.
Found
Dude,
all those.
when we did my yard and we'd ripped all that
Yeah,
yard
no,
up, dude,
it's a
there was
good-
beer cans from the 1960s buried in that dirt.
Yeah, that's the best
And they
part.
just looked like a smashed beer can. Like,
Yeah,
That's all
I
it
found
is.
one
well,
actually in
aluminum
my
obviously
backyard
doesn't rust,
last
it
week.
corrodes. But anyway,
I found one in my backyard last week. It was an old Dr. Shasta.
yeah, when we get rolling on this channel too, I really think that we should do a UP tour of some.
Yeah, no, we
Eventually,
were talking
eventually
about
we're
it.
talking about
We're
it.
gonna be doing like
Yeah.
traveling around, showing different places. and-
Yep, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Yep,
absolutely.
I think that'd be fantastic
That'd be
for the
great.
show.
Yeah. just
Continue, Jeff.
pre-uploaded.
Continue. Back on your.
No, that's
Yeah,
what-
it wouldn't be
detecting.
No,
obviously,
metal
it wouldn't
detecting.
be a live series, but
That's it. Just metal detecting.
and probably reading some books between like
History books.
7, 8
Obviously, not the books I
history
recommend.
books on copper in
Not,
Michigan.
not the books I recommend.
No.
That's fair.
No,
you know what's
I got
super interesting? I'm gonna read this book called Copper.
Continue. All right.
no, that's it.
Sounds good.
And Sunday
All right,
relax
that's
and back to work Monday. So
All right. Well, happy Friday, everyone.
thanks for
Enjoy it.
joining
Happy
us.
Friday. Thanks for joining us,
We
everybody.
appreciate
We're
it.
here every Friday.
Hail
6
to the
Central.
chat. Hail to the viewers. Any lurkers that might be out there. This
Leave a
one's for
comment
you.
if you hate Jeff.
Cheers, boys.
This is every Friday, 6 p.m. Central.
Every Friday, 6 p.m. Central. Drink Up is live. We'd like to catch you next week.
You'll find us here doing the same dumb.
Also, let us know in the
Cheers.
comments what topics you guys want us to talk about or anything like that.
Yeah, continue. All right.
can do
Cheers
that.
them out.
All right.
We'll see you guys next Friday.
Give between
See
the
you next
lines.
Friday. Keep it between the lines. Those are just.
My name is Jeff.